4th and 5th grade. So nice to see you. See what I did there? See you. We're going to do like an eye thing. And then I was like, see you. You're like, all right, I get it. Jeez, not that funny of a joke. All right, fine. Let's get to work. So I have been wanting to do Dragon Eyes with you guys for a long time, and I don't know why I just haven't fitted into our curriculum. I just haven't, but here we are online. I thought, hey, this seems like a good opportunity. Let's do it. It seems like something nice that you can do in the privacy, like comfort of your own kitchen, maybe in a nice quiet space or your bedroom or something where you can get into this nice little drawing space, like little brain space, and like see what you guys can make. So, okay, Dragon Eyes, so cool. I'm also sharing the work of a fellow art teacher here, so she's gone to a lot of trouble to make this gorgeous document, and I thought, oh my gosh, let's share that. So I want you to see this really nice tutorial that someone went to the trouble to put together, and I thought it was so good, let's use it. But I want to explain it to you myself because I want to put our little Vinyl Haven spin on it. So, all about the shading, guys. I'm looking at my notes here. I just don't want to forget anything. It's all about the shading this week. Everything you do is going to be like all about the shading. So that's what I want you to think about every time you set forth, especially when you get to the coloring portion of this assignment. Oh, by the way, this assignment, it's Tuesday. Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. But this assignment is being given to you Tuesday, today, and it is due for 4th and 5th graders Friday. And you need to take a photograph of your work and upload it into your Dojo classroom so that I can see the good work that you've done. See? I know, I did it again, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll be quiet. So over to the right, I think maybe it's on the right on your screen, maybe it's on the left, but we're over here, the eye of the dragon. I have given you this link in your Dojo account, so you can share this you can see this document anytime you want. All the directions are there. But I also wanted to explain it to you myself. So I'm gonna screen share this with you, and I'm just gonna scroll through all these pages one at a time. But like I said, you can access it yourself if you wanna check it out after we're done with this video. Okay, so I sent some materials home. Everybody got some cardstock and 2 pieces of drawing paper. It's not because you have to do 3 drawings, but I just wanted to make sure you had extra paper and a couple different kinds of paper so that you could kind of make some choices with your artwork. Okay, I already told you the link is going to be added into your Google Classroom so you can see that anytime you want. And basically we're drawing a close-up of just the eye, like just the eye. We're not drawing the whole dragon. Just the eye, okay? I think you get my point. All right, so let's get started. Here's an example of the finished work, but let's go through all the steps. If you open the link, you will see step-by-step instructions here. I'm also going to tell it to you right now, so don't feel like you have to open the link. All right, first things first. Eyes. Let's look at some eyes. Yeah, what do you think these eyes are? We've got 2 familiar animals. I'm just going to spoil it. The top is a cat. And the bottom is a chicken. Dun, 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 cat and chicken. All right, let's take a closer look, though. Look at this gorgeous blue of this cat eye and the way the green sort of blends into the blue. So they're using neighbor colors there. Blue and green are neighbor colors. And they're sort of using a nice shading, a nice gradation between the 2 colors. So that's pretty awesome. And here, look at the way this yellow chicken, part of the chicken eye right here, the iris, the colored part's called the iris. So it starts yellow and then it fades to orange and red, and there's this nice blackish ring sort of around the whole thing. So that's pretty interesting too. So something you can incorporate into your dragon eye. There they are, kitties and chickens. So cute. All right, how about these next ones? Any ideas? What could they be? I knew the top one right away, but I didn't. I misguessed on the bottom one. So I'm just going to tell you the top is an iguana. You're like, oh, iguana. And look at the scales. Big scales, little scales, that's going to come into play in a little bit, but the scales are really interesting on this eye. And then over here we have oh gosh, I think it's an eagle. Now I have to look. Yeah, it's an eagle. Sorry, I totally forgot. Anyway, look, so there's the iguana and the eagle, but let's go back to the close-ups. Look at the way this yellow sort of fades into this rusty orange and even getting into some red right around there. But look at that wicked yellow right around the pupil. Same down here. This is less of a gradation, but it's still this just lovely, gorgeous color. And it fades right at the edge to some like darker yellowish orange. So there we have eyes. It's good to take a look at a reference. And you can also go in the bathroom and check out your own eye in the mirror or something like that. Or flip the phone, flip your device around and look at it really closely that way. So here are some examples of dragon eyes that you can use as a reference, maybe get some ideas. You have your own good ideas, here are some ideas. You've seen movies, you've read books, you've got a lot to draw from here, and these 6 examples are just one more place that you can look. All right, so guys, step by step. These are the step-by-step directions, and I'm just going to read them to you word for word so I don't miss anything. All right, step number 1, you're going to draw the shape of the outline of the eye. So that's right here. Looks a little bit like a leaf to me, or a lemon that has like really squishy ends or something. Maybe a football if you're into that kind of thing. Number 2, draw the lids. So you've got a top lid and a bottom lid. So that's what's going on there. Number 3, choose a scale shape and draw around the eye to create a texture for the dragon. So that's this starting to make like sort of a texture for the scales, thinking back to what we saw in the iguana eyes. And then number 4, continue drawing while varying the shape and size. So we're starting to get 2 little tiny baby ones in here mixed in with these medium shapes. Number 5, it's more interesting to have small and medium and large scales all in the same place, like next to each other. And that's what's happening here. They're sort of sharing that idea. And I'm going to go back to the iguana eye. Sorry if that makes you sick to move so fast. But look at the scales we have here. You know what I'm getting at? So that's something you can draw from, drawing from real life, or looking at other animal pictures online if you want. You can type in like close-up eye on Google Images, especially reptile close-up eye. That might help you with this assignment. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Number 6 is invent an original eye. And I think they mean original, like the pupil shape. So look at the different pupil shapes we have here. And it's really cool if you can remember to leave a white space as a highlight. So that makes it seem round and glisteny, like it's, wet. Like we hope your eye is, to keep it nice and safe. All right, and so here's some more examples. All right, probably I should have said this first, but hopefully you're just watching the video first. Maybe you did all that work in pencil to get started. So now using a black colored pencil, or maybe a Sharpie, or maybe a Crayola black marker, go ahead and draw over all your lines. And then number 8 is to thicken certain lines and leave some lines thin. Notice in number 8 how not every line just got fattied up with a marker or a colored pencil. You left some thin and some thick. That'll add interest to your work. Artists do that all the time. If it's all the same, your brain sort of shuts off like, oh, that's not that interesting. But once you start to add thick and thin, then your brain's like, whoa, I really want to see this thing that you drew. It just makes it more interesting. All right. That's basically the structure of drawing an eye. Now we're getting to the coloring part. So a gradation. I didn't include this one in your packet because it's in color, so I didn't want to waste the ink. But you have access to the link, so you can open this anytime you want. This is color gradation. And check out, you're pressing hard, and then you sort of lighten up. And here you can add in a neighbor color and even add in another neighbor color. And you get this beautiful gradation from like red to orange to yellow. And that's going to create some volume. It's going to make it look like the eye has some roundness to it by having this like sort of value, this gradation, this shading. All 3 of those words sort of go together: value, gradation, and shading. Remember, this week it's all about the shading. All right, here's a color wheel, my friend and yours, the color wheel. And I want you to think about using neighbor color. So if you think about a yellow eye that sort of goes orange and kind of reddish or magenta, think about a green eye that might go yellow, or a purple eye that turns kind of red or magenta or something like that. That could be pretty interesting. You do have this page in your document set, or the papers I sent home with you. I'll show it to you. Oh, I guess I did send that home, but it wasn't. There we go. You have this page in your document. And so that I sent home, the materials I sent home, you can practice. So here you can practice doing, in the little A section, you can practice going, fading from blue to green, 2 neighbor colors. You could try practicing going from dark green to light green in this little space. You can try going from purple to blue, and here you could try going red to orange to yellow. And just try pressing harder or softer with either like your colored pencil or your crayon. I think those are probably going to be our best shading tools, although you can get away with marker too. You can get creative and layer that on top of each other. Geez, I guess you could even use watercolor if you felt so moved. Kind of get clever with that too, your choice. Here's an example of what that might look like if you took the time to do it. This page right here, totally optional, but it just could be a fun exercise if you just couldn't get enough art and you just wanted to like do all the things. But I like that you're at least seeing it right here. Okay, dun, da, da, da. Here's where the shading comes into play in your drawing. You've basically made a coloring page for yourself of a close-up eye of a dragon. And now you're going to color it. But shading, you're going to shade so much. So let's look at all these examples here. So this first box, lay down some color. Then you're going to strengthen some of those colors. You're blending from orange to yellow. Looks like we're laying down some, even going to get to some green near the pupil and bringing it all together and laying it on top of each other. Layering more colors on top of each other. Look here how you have dark green to light green sort of all happening right there in that little space. I think you can see my little mousey moving. All right, so we're layering some more just orange to yellow. Here we're laid down some light blue, but look down here, we're gonna add in some purple. So we're going from blue to purple, which are neighbor colors. Just lots of shading and blending. And here we have maybe layering from orange. We lay down the red first, but then we bring it into orange and yellow. So much shading and grading and value, and I'm using all these words on purpose over and over again so you kind of get them into your brain too. Look how gorgeous that turned out. Remember, your eye will look different because it'll be your eye. This is someone else's eye. You have other ideas about scales and pupils and shapes. You'll have your own ideas, but here is one example. Okay, so hopefully that makes total sense to you. Your job is to draw your own dragon eye on your, let me get it for us. Oh. I don't really know what happened. I think I lost my photo booth for a second, but no big deal. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to re-record because this is just real life. So check it out. You're going to draw on your cardstock paper or your drawing paper. You're going to go ahead and draw your dragon eye nice and up close. And I can't wait to see what you do. It is due on Friday. I'm putting this work in your Dojo account, and then it'll be an assignment, and then you can turn it in as an assignment. And I'm going to personally check them all in, and I want to see what you did. I'll make little comments and just share the work, share the art. Sounds like a good idea. So if you have any questions, please reach out and let me know. You can get to me through email. You can get to me through my school Instagram account. You can call me at school. I'm just here for anyone if you need anything. And happy drawing this week. See you guys later. Bye.